Hi everyone. Hi. I'm just hopping on here for a quick talk, just to talk a little bit more about my book, Healing the Eating Habit, and to tell you about these concepts, remind you of these concepts. It's worth repeating that the three main concepts that will get you slim and keep you slim are eating when physically hungry and stopping when physically full. Two, resolving the emotional issues that cause you to eat when full. And three, raising your self acceptance. So, those are the three major guidelines that I discuss in detail in this book. And there's a free Am I Hungry download from my website, sophiabothwell.co.uk. And you can download that onto your phone or print it out. And it's entitled "Am I Hungry?" because basically the whole course condensed is on this "Am I Hungry?" download. It's literally two A4 pieces of paper if you're printing it out, and it's there, 2 pages on your phone. Very, very simple. But it's the whole course condensed, and it teaches you how to be more in tune with your hunger and fullness sensations. Now, you're not going to be stick insect thin at the end of this. This is not what it's about. It's about a natural approach, not a forced deprivation of food that you love, or forced deprivation of food when you're hungry, which quite frankly just runs counter to achieving your goal of natural slimness. But this method is about letting yourself and letting your body find its own natural weight, and it's allowing that. You don't have control over it. So, this is one key element as well. It's letting go of control and bringing in trust. You're not trying to control your intake of food. You are simply trusting your stomach to tell you when you're hungry, when you're full, and being aware if there is any eating when full going on and endeavoring to cut that out. Yeah, cutting out the eating when full is the key to natural permanent weight loss. This weight loss is permanent because if any of you have noticed when you're on diets, what happens is that you lose the weight, but it also gets regained in a matter of weeks, sometimes in a matter of months. And then you go on the diet again, lose the weight. If you're lucky, sometimes it's just so impossible to lose the weight. And then if you do lose it, you regain it again. So it's a perpetual cycle. So what I teach, it's breaking that cycle in Healing the Eating Habit. It's a lovely book. It's the yummy chocolate cakes on the front. So it does point to the fact that you can eat what you want, because if you ever notice your slim friends, they eat fattening food. Really, notice this. Slim people eat fattening food. Naturally, slim people eat the chips, the crisps, the chocolate cake. But the thing is, they do not eat when they're physically full. As that type of slimness, that type of person that's slim in that way, will also be able to push away half a plate full of food and say, "Oh, I can't eat another bite, absolutely full." Doesn't matter who says what to them, whatever coercion or whatever, admonishments they get from friends and family, they won't eat beyond physical fullness. They'll laugh and say, "No, I'm full. I ain't eating anymore. I'm absolutely physically full. It was delicious. I'm absolutely stuffed. No thanks. Can't eat another bite." And they're okay about that. They have no guilt about that. And this again is another important key. So be aware of these things as you're living your life, and you notice, yes, that person I know that's never had an issue with weight or food, they can refuse food when they're full, and they also will eat what they fancy. They'll eat the fattening food. So another point that might be nice for you to know is when you are physically hungry, genuinely physically hungry, ask yourself what you fancy eating. Ask yourself, what do I fancy eating? Something sweet, something savory? Do I fancy a hot beverage? What do I fancy eating? Something crunchy, something sour, something citrus, fruit, vegetables? What do I fancy eating? And let yourself eat whatever you want. Again, all the time being aware of when the fullness starts to kick in and just being able to stop at that point of physical fullness. So the main thing I'd like to leave you with as well is awareness. Be aware of when you are hungry and be aware of when you're full. And that free download will help you do that. Again, it's from my website, sophiabothwell.co.uk. Also, if you are in the Glastonbury area or in the UK, I will be in the Assembly Rooms in Glastonbury. That's Glastonbury High Street on the 11th, 12th, and 13th of next month. That's August. That's going to be a wonderful weekend. That's at the Portal to Ascension conference. That's going to be a really interesting weekend. Lots of fabulous speakers, lots of interesting folk there. So come along if mind, body, spirit stuff is your cup of tea. Come along and have a really enjoyable weekend in lovely Glastonbury. And in October, I'll be in the Mind, Body, and Soul conference in Ali Pali. That's Alexandra Palace in North London. It's quite handy to get to. So more or less on the Piccadilly line. Get off the Piccadilly line in Turnpike Lane and a bus up to Muswell Hill, and you can have a lovely walk through the park and get to the lovely Ali Pali. It's a beautiful, beautiful venue, and that's on the 14th, 15th. That's the Saturday and Sunday of October, 14th and 15th of October, and I'll be giving my talk there at 2 p.m. on the Sunday. At the Nirvana lecture hall. So yeah, Mind, Body, Soul in October in Alexandra Palace, North London, or Glastonbury, 11th, 12th, and 13th of August. So come along and have some really informative talks to enjoy, and great food, and the vendors will be there selling books, jewelry, and that sort of thing as usual at these sort of events, but absolutely enlightening. So I shall leave you there and hope something in that has been of use to you. And also I do one-to-one sessions and via Zoom, via Skype, via Facebook video call. And this is available on Amazon and on Lulu, Lulu Publishing UK, as well as my other books are available from Lulu, Lulu Publishing. That's lulu.co.uk. Lovely. Okay, so hopefully see you soon. Bye.